Hey everybody, Sarah Grillo here. How did the CFA exam change my life? So I recently put an article on efinancial about this, linking it below if you haven't seen it. There were three main ways that being in the CFA program really changed me. Before the CFA program, I really didn't have an experience where I put everything on the line. And I think me putting everything on the line was actually how I was able to beat the exam, so to speak, or overcome the challenge of passing the exam, having no financial background, was an English major, wasn't working in the industry at that point. I didn't have any kids at that point. I wasn't with Antonio. I was single. You know, like my only thing in life. You know what I'm saying? It was like my sole focus was the CFA exam. It was like I was literally going to die if I didn't pass it. I mean, I remember I told a reporter once, then if it took me 80 years, it was going to say Sarah Grillo CFA on my tombstone. It was like what I was going to do with my life. And so because I made it my focus, I passed. Because I just did everything. I did whatever it took to pass. And I had never had an experience before where I just wanted something so badly. Like when I was in college, I was at Harvard and I was a mediocre student. Sorry, everybody. I'm pregnant here and I could have the baby at any moment, and I'm just like a huge balloon that's like about to burst and I can't even breathe hardly, so I'm sorry. What I'm saying is, when I was at Harvard, it was kind of like there was this feeling of like you already made it, and everybody there was like a little bit cocky because of that. I mean, I'm not saying that was the right attitude to have. I was very young. I would have had a totally different attitude if I was coming at it now, but that's kind of what happens when you go to Harvard. I think it's a bad mindset to be in, and I've never been in that mindset ever since. Anyways, but that was a total reversal kind of Harvard, where I was really like pounding the bag so hard and not resting on my laurels or anything. And I think it was so good for me. It was so good for my soul and so good for my heart and just so good for my mindset. Um, the other thing is that I think having the CFA, even before I had the full designation, but actually having passed a few levels or even one level, it gave me this kind of rite of passage where I could go to networking events or I could talk with other charter holders or people that were in the program, and we kind of had this common ground. They kind of felt like we at least had something that was like a battle scar, that we shared. I mean, it's weird. I think there is this kind of bond between CFA candidates and charter holders because of that. It is a certain thing that you go through that I think we all experience as people in that program. And then thirdly, the thing was, it really gave me a strong sense of integrity that I think has really separated me in my business. It's made a lot of people feel okay about doing business with me. Whereas, if I had just been like a broker and taken the Series 7 or just been an investment manager, I feel that the licenses you get are just, they don't go in depth like the ethics section of the CFA curriculum does. And for that, I am eternally grateful to the CFA program because it's just so far away from any kind of a dispute with clients, about anything where ethics is involved. I will just always be 100% transparent and 100% on the right side of the line because I've learned that. I've learned how to interpret the law in a way that you really don't get anywhere. And for that, I am eternally grateful for me as a person and for me as a professional because I think it's really changed. It's made me very distinct in how I do business. And I am very grateful to the CFA program for that. So, I mean, I hope this is useful for all of you out there. Some of you are failing, some of you are passing, some of you will fail and never go back to it, but I hope that at least if you've had this experience that you can take some of this away with you, and I hope that you've had other things and you can just be grateful for all of the things that the CFA has done for you, whatever the outcome ultimately is. So thank you everybody for watching my article. Like I said, it's linked below. Please share it. Send me some love here on YouTube if you don't mind. And again, sorry for all the pregnancy stuff and that I can't talk. Anyways, bye now, everybody.